2023. This is IEEE Columbus XCOM Helen Winfrey Chair, and I'd like to call the meeting to order. Ian, please record.
We're recording.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for attending the meeting. I just want to see the just do a roll call. So we have myself, Ian, we have Austin, our PS chair, Ben Marabon, our PACE chair, Bob Walston, our section advisor and communication chair. Brian Farrow is the BRI online chair. Drew Mullet is OU student section chair. Howard Jones, our past secretary chair. Nero Nahar is AP MTT chair. Dr. Berger, electron device vice chair and student section advisor for GSB, OSU GSB. Welcome everyone. So like I said, Kavita is not in today, so we will just have her catch up when she join in. So agenda wise, I just have share my screen. Okay, everybody see my screen?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, welcome everyone. And just, general housekeeping, keep your phone on mute. That way we don't have lots of echo going on. So with that, like I said, we'll just go back to the minutes. And just for Section Congress, the last meeting we have with Region 1, they developed the questionnaire or recommendation to Section Congress in this coming August 11 to 13. I will be representing the section on that event. So hopefully nothing happened like the last time, and I think everyone is looking forward to see some of these recommendations, and also a lot of presentations from different sections about the topic of these conference this time is about sustainability with when it comes to membership. If, a lot of what's happening within the IEEE is to be able to sustain the is pretty much a lot of the things that is going to be discussed is about membership. How do we sustain membership, especially in North America, while region 10, 11 are they're getting a lot of they're pretty much, it's not exploding, but the membership is growing in a much higher pace than in North America. So a lot of that, and also there's a lot of technical events that's going on. We can, or I should post the link to the section Congress that you can take a look at the program. And I do believe everyone should have the notification, the e-notice for that as well, that came out pretty early this year. So Region 1, Region 2 joint meeting, that's going to happen in June. I believe that is June 2nd, June 3rd and 4th in Philly. Unfortunately, they said they can only support one delegate for that because of cost. So I will join the meeting. I mean, I was hoping it's close enough where we could drive to there, but King of Prussia, which is just outside of Philly, it's a long way to drive, and it would be interesting to attend now that that's the first joint meeting with Region 1 and Region 2. and Howard and I is going to work on the AEP grant for this year. So we pretty much have most of our paper done. We just need to make sure and upload it. And Howard, we have a meeting Thursday afternoon to get this completed, and we would just. I think the only thing we need to change is the budget for this year. And thank you again for those who were able to join the workshop on Saturday. We have 8 member came, so that was a good, I think, just to do hands-on things, and especially reviewing the vitality and how do we get our section to accomplish those is by doing events, joint events with the section, with the technical societies, with the student sections, industry partners, and especially some of the AAP, for example, we used to do a lot of meeting with them, but also other societies that does particularly humanitarian. I know Dr. Berger is does a lot of humanitarian event and initiatives, but also the student pre-university. And we did one event so far this year, but we should at least do one and a quarter. And something that we've been missing is we have not been participating in like um, it's just like job fair and career development. It's just like not everybody keep up with like even resume writing. We should do that. You always have to have a fresh resume. There's a rule of thumb that you're supposed to have it check every year as it's always current, just in case. And we should have some workshop with those. And probably need to plan for the summer event as it is April already and May is coming up. May is super busy for everybody, so we're not gonna have an XCOM in May. We'll do some event in June and July time frame. So hopefully we can get that out quickly. We can get more participation from the member, and I've discussed some joint event with the Dayton section, and I think that would be a good event for us to have in the summer. So with that, Paul, um, you said you any report on your side?
Um, Not as much of vice chair role, other than nagging about the Region 2 awards again. Um, but I just came back from San Francisco doing an IEEE Electron Device Society event where I was hosting a symposium, and we were trying to launch a new IEEE journal. So we submitted the paperwork during the conference. The conference and the journal are interrelated. It's all part of the same thing, endeavor. So it was very, very productive from our symposium. And this is each night you have hundreds of posters. Each night our symposium had one best poster. So of hundreds of posters, they select the best 6 in the entire room. And they do poster nights twice during the 4-day event. So we really cleaned up. So I think it's a hot topic and bodes well for our journal, future journal.
It's good. Yeah, it's really good. Okay, I don't see Daniel. So he did send the financial report for February and March, and we can attach that to the minutes. We can review it later on. I could probably maybe pull it up and review it. So she's been doing a really great job on getting the finances report there. All right. So with that, I believe Kavita, we wanna review the minutes.
Yeah, hi Helen. I just joined. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I will stop sharing. So you wanna share the minutes?
Okay. You want me to share it? Okay.
You have a few more attendee. Rami, good to see you. Ladinia, welcome.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just scroll.
Okay.
So I did okay. I think I sent you an update.
Oh, you did?
Wait, yeah, I sent you an update, I believe last week with all the, if you go back to the attendee, I think I sent you an update with the members, the member number. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So well, I'll send those to you after the meeting so we can put the name. Although I couldn't find, Drew did send me his number, but I could not find Damon. He might not be in the same region as we do, since DeVry Online is they're from all over the U.S. So sometimes they won't show up in our list. So I would just send him an email requesting that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. You
All
can
right.
send me Saul's, Carl's, Chang's, and Drew's, I think.
Okay, so I will send you those lists. So if you can just scroll down, anybody have a question? I know Howard made a suggestion that would probably need to shorten the minutes just to like a summary. Instead
Okay.
of, this is a very, very long, I know, and this is very, very detailed, but we should just have a summary of the discussion and maybe additional attachment as required to the
Okay.
minutes. But 11 pages is a little bit hard to go through. So, I mean, is there any questions or amendment to the minutes? Has anyone had a chance to review it and have any correction?
Did you say that you needed a Damon IEEE number, or I didn't quite catch that?
Yes, Damon's IEEE number. So if you can put it in the chat, then I can make a note with it.
Okay, I'm actually I'm on my Bluetooth driving right now, but I can send that to you guys. I have that information. So.
All right, thank you, Brian. Yeah, just send it to me afterward. Okay. So any comments on the minutes as we scroll through?
There was something that you had to check up and get back. She would check about the above and get back. Jones checked about what happened to the awards. The awards thing.
Oh, yes, yes. That's still something that we need, just Paul mentioned again today, that we need to check what happened because we have there's new award person. And I remember in Region 2, when during the meeting in April 1st, they discussed about award. So, but since I'm not part of the XCOM, I may have to check with Cheng Lu what happened to the meeting, and then also get back with Ralph. I do have the acknowledgement that it was received, but we just don't know what happened to it. So it's still an action item that I need to do.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Then there is nothing in the treasurer's report. There's nothing. I mean, I think Daniel has been able to go inside and do whatever he had to do.
Yes, he did send us the finances for
Oh, yeah, yeah.
February and March.
Yep, he has sent something. Should that be attached to this coming month's minute? I mean, this month's minute?
Yes, we can review it after we review these minutes. Then I can pull the finances that he sent,
Okay.
and then if there's any question on the finances, then we will attach it to this minute.
Okay. Do I have
Helen,
to-
Oh no,
Helen,
no,
this
we'll
is
review it for this month. Sorry, we'll review it for this month, not for this minute.
Oh, okay, okay.
Helen. This is Rami. I just had a question.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I think we may have to take this offline to discuss. We had a question about the finances for our chapter because we have the CAS and the Solid State Circuit Society chapter, and I think recently we were awarded some funding to do outreach.
Yes, so we'll
in the area of
probably discuss that after the minutes, Rami.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
sure.
All right, go ahead, Kavita.
Okay, so membership development, I mean, that was okay. The Intel meeting.
Yes.
Education activities, I don't think anybody, I think I'll have to put a section called action items and we can just review that. That'll help us, right? Instead of going through this.
Correct. Yeah, like I said,
timeline.
so I think you and I need to sit down for the April meeting, and we can just have a summary of the meeting. And this is just a little, you did a great job here, but it's a lot of detail. Thank
Okay.
you. So if you just move on to the end, and then if there's any question,
So I wanted to check some of these societies, right? Or whatever these things, student activities, no report, no report, no report. So how do we get the report from them then? If nothing is happening there?
well, it's normally actually this SPACs is actually I I I think it's been discontinued. It's something else now, and Jim Watson is actually not in our section. It was one of those special student activities that we coordinated back in the days, and we may have to probably remove that in our minutes. And of course, Bob, if Bob, there's no report for the section because we didn't do, changes to the section or bylaws or anything like that. So there's really nothing to report in that case.
Right.
Okay. So whatever, like, should I remove off the SPAC support coordinator because you're saying it's not there anymore?
Yeah, we can discuss about that in after this minute. So
Okay.
in the meantime, we just leave it right now.
Okay. So going here, I think we'll get updates as we go, right? Further.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. There's nothing here, I think. So see the one in yellow, I wanted to know what is this? They asked them to invite. I wasn't sure what they asked. Chionema said the control society had some events. So Guans and Chionema asked them to invite the section. Invite whom basically?
Oh, well, pretty much is that when we do as like we discussed on Saturday, society now or technical society can only invite or send notification to the technical society. So we discussing that, you know, it's always good to include the section, the main section on all the event. Unfortunately, sometimes the section chair for that society, in this case, Austin, and they may not be able to put the section in the vTools or in the e-notice. So when they have an event, that's what I recommend, that when they have an event, at least if they can't put the section as part of the notification or as a co-host, then they can ask us. We can put it in between Ian and I. We should be able to put it in.
Okay. Okay. So I'll mention that in the next minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
And PES advisor Richard hasn't really come to the meeting in a long time. We used to do it when we were meeting at AEP. So that might be something we need to discuss, whether we keep in the minutes or not.
Okay. Then Signal
Signal
Processing.
Society, the same thing. I have not been able to get in touch with Kerry Young Lee. I know Remy and they've been having a lot of events with solid state, so we will that's what Remy's question earlier about the funds that they receive, so we will discuss that later. Young professional, there were Peter and Chad was not able to do a report, so
Okay. This we know what's going on.
yes.
Devi.
DeVry, we need to change. We need to change that in this month's report. We need to change the advisor because it's not John anymore.
Okay. So who is going to be the thing? Is it going to be?
There's a new person, Nida Adib. So we need to change that in the April minute.
Okay. So you let me know the names and other things later. Nida, this one? This is the name?
So it's actually is you can fix the typo there. Is NEDA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then, and what is Damon Reddy there? He is one of the.
So Bryant, so that
He's the robotics committee chair.
yeah, Bryant is BRYANT.
Okay.
He's the chair of the DeVry Online, and Damon is the robotics chair.
So should I put Damon Reddy's name here?
I think it's okay because that's still DeVry Online.
Okay. Okay. So going down. I know this is a lot of info, but I wasn't sure should I put them in or not. But I can summarize. It's much easier for me to summarize and just put in a few sentences. That's fine with me. Okay. Ohio University. Drew is here.
Yes.
I see him. Yes. And I know he gave us a very good presentation and there's a lot of info. Below are some follow-ups. Okay, okay. That's pretty big. Okay, we crossed that. Now we are at Ohio State. No report, no report. Zane State, is anything going on?
No, we need to contact them on what's going on. I don't think they're active anymore.
So this
So
Ohio
also
State
the Ohio State, they also have a new
advisor.
So we need to change that as well.
Okay. So once you let me know that, I'll change it.
Okay.
And then Columbus State Community College, I think Dr. Berger is going to start doing something there, right? And
Yes, they have some grant for technical providing technical skills worker for Intel. on that. So
Okay.
that's a big opportunity for us to maybe get the section. There is a section underneath the Columbus parent umbrella, but it might not be active at the moment, so we may have to reactivate it.
Okay. Okay, sounds
Okay.
fine. So we are at the end of it. So that's it.
Yes. So any question on the minute other than we have to update the member number on the top? Any additional changes that needs to be made? If not, I guess I will call a motion to approve the March 21st, right, Kavita? March 21st?
Yes, yes.
Okay, March 21st minutes.
I seconded Ben Merab.
Is it Ben?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Motion carried to approve the March 21st minutes. Thank you, everyone.
So I'll stop sharing.
Yes. So with that, we can go back into the society, professional societies, and let's see, get my list here. And we have we have a good attendance today, so that's great. We have actually have 15 people, 14 people here, so that's it's amazing day today on attendance. Okay, so membership development, I don't think we have chair. We have Saul with us today, but like I said, he sent me an email today about working on having the senior member meeting sometime. As we were looking at the presentation I shared with everybody this weekend, that our senior members went down a little, so we need to work a little bit harder to ensure that, considering half of our member at least are well qualified to get an upgrade to senior member. We just need to communicate that to them, that it's not a huge effort to do it. If you have 10 years, 5 years of education counts, your undergrad, your graduate, plus professional experience, you are well qualified to upgrade into senior member. So we'll try to do a little bit more publicity or outreach on that one. In education, in activities chair, I don't see Carl. I think Ian, you and Carl has some discussion about future events. If you can give a shout on that right quick. What's the plan on that?
Can I just check 1 second? Is Ian recording?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
But Carl has not tried reaching out on that event thing yet, but we have been somewhat collaborating on the on like the little cityscape project thing. I'm kind of want to try to reach out to him here shortly and see if he'll respond to probably trying to schedule some meetings to try to do that Maker X event thing, because I think that would be a nice comeback.
Paul Berger here. I've been in contact with Carl on some other ancillary things. And I actually just texted with him like 1 hour ago or so. And he told me he's boarding a plane. And I know he was going to do his own humanitarian project in Africa. So I don't know if this is that particular trip that he's boarding a plane for or not. But
Yeah, on Saturday he said he was going to Rwanda.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be a
Okay.
separate. I think it's a separate thing that he's doing. So.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So we'll see. He was talking about summer, June, July timeframe. So.
Oh, okay. Okay. Good.
All right. Okay. let's that. Then we get into the website. I know Ian, you and Kavita have discussed trying to look into getting the website up and running, since it is in a dismal uh, point at this time. There's a lot of issue that we really need to fix, and we got we got in touch with Anupam again. He was there during the Intel meeting, so that's I think that's another resources that we can use. I know you're pretty busy, but we really need to get the web page fixed.
I think the three of us, we can get together on a meeting and check out what we can do. See, the small things I can fix it up straight away. I don't think I need anybody's help for that.
It's the issues that we're having are due to the PHP 7 update that IEEE had done. So when they pushed that update through, it kind of caused a lot of coding errors. So a lot of the codes that were applicable during the PHP 7 time, or I'm sorry, the previous PHP time, they're now kind of explicit, and they're not able to be read by the updated PHP files.
Okay, the thing is, see, in May I have two travels. I have travel in the middle of the month and travel end of the month to California. So, before that, I want to help out with this, and then maybe in the period between, and in June I'm off to India. So,
Send me your IEEE email so I could send that to Con so we can get you added as an editor.
okay, I'll do that.
Because I don't have the ability to just add editors. I have to go through a higher power for that.
Okay, sure.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, if you guys can work on that, and I have Anupam's contact, so I also would.
I think he's already got access to the website. I don't think we ever removed him.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I just need to remind him, hey, if we need some help here, so that would be good. Okay.
Have his email. Can I email Ian him and start the loop?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
You guys can keep on contact.
Okay, we three will contact you.
Yes. All right. Thank you. And we get into Bob. We still haven't heard anything from Region about our LOP.
Um, uh, well, I did get an email from Felicia. She wants me to resend the LOP to her. I don't know if it kind of got corrupted in the way over or what, but I'll send another copy to her.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And I guess that goes to, the SPACs. Is that something that we can just remove in since we really don't have any update from Jim anymore, and that that is been changed by something? I know that's the SPA X. Is that still going on? Bob, do you know anything about that?
Yeah, I'm not real sure if anything's going on there or not.
Okay, so I just propose to take it out of our minutes.
Yeah, last time I talked to Jim, I think he said like Spa X was officially over.
So we just remove that. Okay. With that, we can go to the societies. APMTT, Nero, good afternoon. I see that
Good afternoon.
you had an email back and forth with Daniel about events. So
Uh, I actually did not do an event, right?
pardon me?
I had sent an email about funding for the STEM education.
Yes, you said that you guys are receiving some external funding outside of
Hello?
IEEE. That's correct, right?
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello?
I think she lost her mic.
Hello, can you hear me?
I just sent a
Neighbor, you
chat.
need to mute and then unmute. You're quiet.
Oh, okay.
We hear you. You don't hear us.
I hear you guys. Can you hear
Okay,
me?
we can
All
hear
right,
you.
now you
We
hear
can hear
us.
you now.
All right.
Okay.
Okay,
So
so you were
go ahead.
saying that you guys are your society is getting ready to receive some external funding, correct?
So what had happened is I'm also in the COPE committee. There is a APS COPE committee that we started for equal, for the underrepresented people. And they had some proposal calls. So I applied for that, and they said that it's been approved for the STEM education around here, So that's what I did. And then I went online on our section and asked for the funding because Ajay Potter told me that I could actually ask over here. So then it'll go faster. So that's what I did.
Okay, yeah, I sent Daniel an email because I think in the past, I'm not sure if because the APMTT have not had any events in the
For a while.
past. Yeah, for a while. So I am not sure because I don't have the finances, the financial data if
Mm-hmm.
actually APMTT has some funds in the section,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I asked Daniel to look that over because I remember in the past when the section is very active, they may have
Mm-hmm.
some funding for that, but when I look at um, the 2023 budget that we approve in January, I don't think that there is any funding set up. No, actually, let me take that back. Actually, we cannot assign like $100 to the APMTT, but there's
Mm-hmm.
actually a reserve fund from previous years
Okay.
of like $4,200.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we need to verify that with Daniel because I remember having some money for the APN MTT because you guys were very active in the past and actually
Yeah.
got some money from the antenna propagation from the national level. So
Mm-hmm.
we can re-verify that with Daniel and then to make sure that funds is still there allocated to APMTT.
Yeah, I think that discontinued since Alexandra left and caused caused a lot of confusion. So, and I served last time I served as the chair was in 2012. So you can imagine, I don't know where is what. So that's why I sent send that text to you guys to figure
Yes,
out
yeah,
where is the funding.
we will figure that out and make sure as you guys are doing your event, then that funds is definitely there and it's
Hmm.
allocated to your society.
Okay. Okay. Thanks
All
so
right,
much
great.
about that.
Yep.
Hmm.
Anything
All right.
else?
So is it so every time before we had to ask for funding, right? Like we report our expenses and then we get the money back, money reimbursed, right?
Correct. That's
So
that's
how is that? Is it the same way now?
Yes, it is the same way, and I have to double check if you were on the mailing list of the email I sent earlier. And that was my recommendation is for each of the section chair, the student section, and the society, technical society. It's really need to create a concur account for reimbursement because that's the easiest way to get
Okay.
funding and I will send you a separate email. And if you need
Okay.
any help, we can definitely sit together and get your account going to make it so much easy to get reimbursement.
Yeah, I would really appreciate that. I didn't get your last email. Just wanted to make sure that.
Yeah, I will send it to you after the meeting.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, great.
I really appreciate it.
Right. Anything else?
No, that will be all for now.
Okay, great. Okay, so Bob, Computer Society. You're muted, Bob.
I think he's muted, yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
That's good. I contacted Professor Carmel Majidi at the Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh. He's going to talk about softbotics. That's a new area of robotics. And when I was looking at the academic calendars for students at the area universities, next week most of them are going to start finals and everything. So besides the working professionals, I like to see about getting students attending too, since it's going to be virtual. And so I'm going to work with them to set it up for either September or early October. And then I'd also like to invite, have the EMBS and maybe a Controls Society be co-sponsors, since it relates to their areas as well.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be great. And this is one thing that I really like to stress with everyone, is that any events that you can join with the other technical society, it's definitely a positive, a plus towards the number of events that we conduct within the section, because that is heavily the number of events, especially technical events, that you have throughout the year greatly impact the amount of rebate that we get. And also there's a lot of bonuses, like for example, if you do 6 events or 10 events and then you report it right away after the events, that's also a bonus. That is like like a special bonus that you get for reporting it on time. Yeah, so uh, they prefer that you do that, and then that's why they give I think PES, when PES was reporting a lot of the event, they get a lot of bonus for doing that. So that's good, Bob. Yeah, that's if you
Bob,
can have a.
Paul Berger here.
Uh-huh.
If you can hear me, when you say soft robotics, that touches, sorry for the bad pun, but that touches upon Electron Device Society, as the editor-in-chief of the Journal on Flexible Electronics, things
Oh,
like
okay.
having robots that can touch and feel is exactly front and center in our society as well. So if
Okay.
that's the genre of what you're after there, maybe you could cross list with us as well.
Okay, that would be good.
Mhm. Yeah, any technical, just like even for the section, especially because some of us, if Dr. Berger published for ADS, and then the antenna or the Circuit Society has really been having some nice events as well, and that's something that very interesting for the entire section to participate in. So keep that in mind. Okay.
Okay.
Anything, Bob? Anything else,
And
Bob?
then I'm still trying to work to set up a tour with Star Dynamics and Lakeshore Cryogenics.
Okay.
And that's all I have right now.
All right, good. Well, with
Do you
that,
need help with Lakeshore? I was just talking at length with a person from Lakeshore who was an exhibitor at the conference I was at in San Francisco.
Okay. Yeah, having another contact would help.
Yeah, we have
Okay.
one of our senior member, Kosmin Radu. He's also at Lakeshore
Okay.
Okay.
in
Because
Westerville.
I even said, would you be open for a tour by either IEEE students or IEEE Electron Device Society or something like that? And he was like, yeah, that'd be fine too. Yeah, I think I got
You,
his
Yeah,
student card somewhere.
okay. Yeah,
yeah,
it's been a few
I
years.
could be helpful with Lakeshore also because we have electroscience actually worked with them quite a bit, and we still have some connections with them if you need.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a few years since we took a tour through there, so it would be good to go back.
Yeah, it's good.
Hey Bob, that's one thing that we did a tour in the past is the superconductor place in downtown. You remember that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't find the contact that we have, but that would be interesting, and interesting to go back and see the progress that they have in developing some of these superconductors, especially the one that use in MRI. That the type of coating that they're using doesn't need the helium to cool it. So I think that was one of the biggest research that they're doing at that time. Maybe that was what, 17 or 18? I can't remember. So that might be we need to look at and see if we can get an update on some of these people. So okay, great. Thank you, Bob.
Okay.
Well, with that, Paul, in the photonic side.
Uh, let's see a few things. So I'm still chasing after the two speakers that I keep alluding to. The guy from Switzerland will answer and then go radio silent, and then he'll answer. So we'll see about when I can finally get him pinned down. And the former president of our Electron Device Society he's retired now. He will be passing through at some point to Ohio, but that also keeps getting postponed. And so I already mentioned about talking to Lakeshore Cryotronics at the spring MRS meeting in San Francisco, but I also spoke to First Solar. If you're familiar with them, they are in the Toledo area, a very large semiconductor manufacturer of solar panels, and I had to politely correct our Intel guests that
That we
no,
don't
they
have
are
a
not the first.
manufacturing.
They are not the first semiconductor manufacturing in Ohio. They're the second. I think she was a bit crestfallen when she heard that, but they keep expanding up there, and so he said that they would be welcome, receptive to a tour at some point. So that might be nice. Or solar is really a
Yeah,
topic with students.
that would be a good, Saturday event. It's 2 hour drive there, and
Yeah,
yeah, that would be great.
and then go to the downtown Cleveland. There's a market there where you can get all kinds of great ethnic Polish food and so forth.
Yes, field trip. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's Ben's PACE program there, and then it's like Joe Kalaski as always, like yeah, any event he's listing all these events that's is related to PACE, so we need to take advantage of those.
Yeah.
All right, great.
Yeah, thank you, Helen.
Didn't get too many students except one of the officers to come to that Intel event. So we're interfacing with that, trying to. Well, no, let me couch this because that's an IEEE GSB report. I'll come up later in the journey. That's about all I have, I guess, for EDS photonics.
All right, okay, thank you. And I think AMBS, they're still trying, Dr. Nasser, still trying to work on getting that reestablished after getting decommissioned. So it's still a lot of work. I know I did sign up, I did endorse it, so I'm not sure what the status of that society. So I'll double check with him. Let's move on to Power Engineering Society, Austin. Any events coming up?
I believe we were looking at trying to schedule an event for this month, but I'm not aware that we've been successful with recruiting one so far. I think Daniel was looking at getting something scheduled. And then basically I'll rotate out and we'll try to keep that frequency up with about an event every other month. So next I think is on my to-do list for trying to find a distinguished lecturer to go ahead and have one of those events. But as of this time, no major updates regarding the PES Society.
Okay. I don't know if you got the invite to Legislative Day. I know that's it's a big thing for you guys in the Power Society with the PE, you know, for having the PDH as a requirement. So that is a good event to get at least 4 PDH towards your PE. So I'm hoping that there's some of or quite a bit of the PS that joined, but I haven't gone through and looked at the names of right now. As of today, I think we have 150, almost 150 signed register for the event this coming Friday.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I may have gotten some. I think I may have gotten notice about it, but it got buried in the mailbox. I know that I have slipped and not registered appropriately, but I can probably look to attend. What time?
That is Friday. Friday on the 21st. That's like 9 to 1. So you get 4 hours on that. And I mean, this really have a lot of good topics that they're discussing on that, a lot of good speaker. So if you still want to attend, I know the registration is closed now. So, but if you want to attend, send me an email, then I can send Holly with OSPE to add you in the list. And that they need to send you the link to the meeting presentation.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So,
Thank you. Well, there's a PS advisor. That's probably something we can remove from the minutes. With Richard has not been really attending, and I know with PES, we have Austin and Daniel that's give update majority of time, but I haven't heard from Richard, so we probably can just take that off on the minutes as well. So signal processing, there's no update with Young Lee. Circuits, Ramy. See, I know you guys received some funding for workshop.
Yeah, so I think so this is for the Solid State Circuit Society and for the circuits and systems. So we have our chapter that have been, I think, mostly active in the last probably 6 to maybe 8 months. So we started holding events that are typically very technical, where we discuss topics and circuits and use the lecture series that is recorded and offered already on the Solid State Circuit Society. So we normally go on a review, pick a topic, review it, play the lecture, and kind of like have discussions after. The last 2 events that we had have been well attended. We've had maybe 10 to 15 people attend. We try to schedule them quarterly. So we have those events. We have one coming up, I believe, next week or the week after or the following week. We tried to move it because it used to be scheduled the third Tuesday every 3 months, and that collides with the XCOM meeting, which I'm trying to attend now more regularly, or have the chapter people attend it as well. So now we're having these events, and we thought we wanted to have something that maybe with less technical focus, but have a little bit more focus on how these circuits, ideas, or concepts have inspired innovations in different technology sectors. So this was the subject of the proposal we just won with the CAS. It was, I think, innovations inspired by circuits, and we're going to have, we're planning to have at least 4 events this year where we invite either a distinguished lecturer or some renowned figure in our community that or a technology lead that can present ideas and circuits that kind of took it to the next level. One of the people that we actually have here in Ohio State is Dr. Marvin White. He recently, I think it was last year or the year before that, won an Emmy to acknowledge his innovations in imaging and advancing camera systems. So that's an innovation in circuits that inspired things that were not to be, possible if it wasn't for his noise canceling technique called correlated double sampling. So we're trying to kind of link some of these technologies to what we all enjoy today as a you know, as a in different technology use cases like imaging or automotive or anything in that nature.
That would be great for us to attend as well. You know, I just vaguely saw some of the events that Roman has shared. Roman, right? Your treasurer?
Yeah, Roman.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Roman's
so
treasurer. Yeah.
yeah, so that's what I asked him. It's like, yeah, please get into the section Collaboratech and then create your events there and folder, especially for some of the photos, and then just like, you know, just like a short um,
Yeah.
write up about the event, because we do have to send out. I do have to send a quarterly report to Region 2, and that
Okay.
would be a nice for me to be able to just go in and get information there, and then include them in the report, even in the newsletter. Region 2 publish newsletters every month, and although, you know.
Still walking and still on Zoom. Oh, sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's like they have a very small section that they actually put. You know, I spent a lot of time the last time, and then, you know, it wasn't there, so I was a little disappointed. But anyway, we just need. It's probably we can, you know, we can highlight each technical society every month. That would be great.
Yeah, sure. We'll make sure we post information there.
Mhm.
Paul Berger here. I was sorry I accidentally taken myself off mute, so I wanted to interject. It's outstanding to hear this, Remy, because solid state circuits and even CAS so closely affiliated with BDS and photonics. We do many other things professionally with them, so it's great to hear that this is reemerging. Kudos, and if there's any kind of cross pollination. And speaking of which, if you need any help arm twisting Marv White, I've known Marv White since the 1990s.
Okay.
I was just on a PhD panel defense with them 2 Fridays ago. Any arm twisting, let me know.
Yeah, I can use some of that. I actually took, because I was, I guess I'm still a PhD student at Ohio State. I took one of his classes and I know him very well, but He's
Okay.
not very responsive to emails, but I think I may, like, if he can actually help us get his attention, it will be really helpful, because I think it's just the relatedness of what he's done is really cool to inspire the new generation of engineers, and we're trying to get this area of microelectronics and circuits more attention. And the events like this will definitely help.
Yes, yes. And on a separate note, Helen, you mentioned Kairing Lee. You just passed over his report. I actually will be in his classroom on Thursday. Is there a message I need to convey?
Yes, you need to tell him that he needs to give us an update on signal processing. I've seen some event in the past, but I've not seen any reporting of event.
Okay. And nothing on V-tools then?
No. Yes.
Okay. Will
Okay.
do.
Yeah, that would be good. Yes. All right. And I think we can take your concern about the funding, Rami, offline, and we can work on that with Daniel.
Yeah, I mean, we're keeping our own balance sheet of what we spend and what we think we have. So, but it will be nice to have a way to like cross check.
Correct. And
so we know.
Roman has the concur reimbursement set up now.
Yeah. No, and I know you helped him a lot with. We don't know how to use any of these systems, but we're trying to learn it, and you've been very helpful. So thank you for that.
Yes, yeah, we had a one-to-one workshop, so that was great. And it's like this is the easy way to do things. So
Yeah.
and
No, yeah.
yeah, and that was good. Yeah.
No, definitely was very helpful. Thank you.
Okay, great. Young professional, I think we don't have anybody from young professional here, but we try to, between Kavita and I in the YP, we try to make sure that we do some joint events. It makes it a lot easy. Also, get some of the younger professional to join a lot of the events along with the section. And Kavita, you want to talk about our last event?
You mean the bowling?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that was I think we talked about it the last month too, but
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah, I mean, a lot of people attended, and I think one of our Ratna got her kid also. That was good, her daughter. So I think
Yeah.
if we, like, as I was mentioning about social media, we have to do a little bit of it, not too much, but at least if we can, it's more like advertising and saying that this is what we are doing. And that will actually help people understand what exactly. See, definitely we are focused on engineering. We are not focusing on other things. So if people know that these things are happening, that will actually increase their interest. And younger professionals, usually people, women especially, they drop off, right? Like after some years in the career, I've seen that happening with some of my friends who have dropped off after 15 years of work. So, like it motivates when you see this kind of thing, and there is a support system. There is some organizations which are giving this kind of facilities to women. It definitely helps, and younger
Yes.
professionals
Yeah.
also.
And
Yep.
it's just it just gives a little bit of a preview that hey, we're not just all lab rats. We do fun things, and we do fun things well. So that's the one thing that we need to promote. I think in joining between, like I said, networking time between students, young professionals, and we, and even the section. That's something that we need to promote. And I will task you with the social media thing. So
Okay, sure. And then one more thing is, Helen, we should also open up to, there are other ladies also in IEEE, other societies, right? So if
yes.
we, I hope they're also getting the emails that Y sends out. Are they getting it?
Well, if when I do the event and I include the whole section, when I put R20013, it goes to everybody in the section. It
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
matter if, like, for example, APMTT, Nero's society. They're definitely welcome to join some of these things, and probably that's what we need to do. Is young professional is a focus group in retention and of women in the industry, but we need technical, and of course, there's a lot of technical. Um, Members within the we, so we need to mobilize and actually take advantage of the technical society as well and do a joint event.
Yeah.
So yeah, when we create an event, it normally goes throughout the section.
Okay, sounds fine. I think eventually people will start coming. It's like COVID is done with now, so I think yeah,
Yes,
that'll be
yeah, I
good.
think so. Okay, so we'll get into the and also just probably just save the date. We have the we forum this coming October, and we may need to tap more uh, volunteers for that event. And like I said, it's a driving distance from Columbus to Pittsburgh, so that would be a good time to help out and volunteer and see how things are happening in the we. It's been going on for about 15 years. We has been around for 25, so it's been a good platform, special focus for the women in engineering within IEEE. Okay, so let's go into the student branches. I know it's great to have our student here today. Starting with DeVry. I know you guys have a new advisor. I know we do Miss John for having been an advisor of that group for so long, but he's moved on to his new career in consulting and retirement. So we have Lydinia and Brian today. Any updates?
Yeah, so I'm also sad to see John go. I know he's been the branch counselor since our branch started. So, but we did vote to have Dr. Nita Adib, one of the Divide professors, has been helping us out. We voted to make her our new branch counselor, and she graciously accepted. So it's been going good so far. We got our 2023 annual plan submitted on time. Partially because of her, she was definitely reminding us to get it done, and then everyone kind of pitched in, and we got what we needed into that plan. So I hope that it got all this all the signatures it needed and is moving on as required. But um, I think the only other thing I know that we did want to discuss today, because I think Damon brought it up at the last meeting that I was not able to attend, was our robotics committee. And it sounded like you guys had some questions about the last project that you guys funded, our 3D printer project.
Yes, that's correct. So probably I would like to have a report on what happened to the project.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, so that project was so it was kind of interesting because it changed from the the actual robotics chair that was in charge of that project. He had health issues and had to step down as chair. So his whole plan for the 3D printers was not only is the 3D printer a robot in itself, and we were able to build this robot and use it to print things, but he wanted to use that robot to build other robots, so to print parts for other robots. And since he had to step down because of medical issues, we never got to do that second part of the project. But the 5 people that did participate in the project that got funding were able to use the printers and share their experiences and what they built with them. And everyone got basically their 3D printer
If I
robot
may
working.
interject,
Go
if I
ahead.
may interject, we also did some different CAD development process lectures where we actually got into the different CAD programs and created items that we would be able to print as well as just, yeah, so it wasn't just we got the printer and built it and then printed stuff. We learned how to design and go through that whole process as well.
Yeah, so most of our interaction, because we're online, was in our Discord server. So usually we're sharing pictures and we're talking in there and we're asking each other about our experiences and things like that. But was there anything else you guys wanted specifically from that? Did you want a formally written report, or what were you looking
Yeah,
for?
that would be good, Brian, if you can give us a formal report, so we can file that into the archive of what happened to the funding. That would be good for auditing purposes. It doesn't need
Okay, that makes
it
sense.
doesn't need to be big, you know, a 2-page report, that would be good.
Okay.
I know Ian is well aware of you guys' activities in the Discord, but it's just be a good thing to put in the archive.
You
Yeah,
didn't find
especially
any
since you guys
classified
don't have
documents there,
anything.
did you?
Any classified documents?
Yeah, you didn't find any classified documents in your Discord?
Not yet.
Okay.
You never know what's in there though, because people get to talking and then you can't keep track of everything.
Usually,
Helen,
I check it
Paul
every night
Berger
for
here. I
updates.
just, as long as you're talking about reconciling past projects, I don't know where Kavitha should file this in the report, but I keep forgetting to point out that Carl Lee has transferred all of the materials purchased under his IEEE site to the student hydroponics students doing their senior capstone design, and they're going to give their presentation this Thursday in my class.
Okay, that's good. I did have some, you know, email back and forth between the site committee. So I think, but I have not had any kind of formal report from Carl regarding what happened to the site funding.
Yeah, he took pictures. All he sent me was camera phone pictures, and then my student picked it up, the captain, the team captain, and I'm going to get their presentation on Thursday, and I'll get their report by last day of classes next Monday. And it's not exactly an IEEE site report, but some of the components will be in there, such as the LED lighting, I believe.
Okay, yeah, at least we'll have something that we can put in the archive. You know, that would be
Yeah.
good. Okay, thank you. Anything else, Brian?
So, and I was glad I was able to attend today because I did want to give you guys a status of the funds that we used for that 3D printer project. You guys were able to fund us $1,500, and that was for 15 people to participate in the project. And we only had 5 participants, so we only used $500 of that 1,500. And I know last week, or not last week, the last meeting, Damon was requesting funding for his MBOT mega project, and we realized that maybe it would be more appropriate to reallocate some of the 3D printer project funding, but obviously that's something we need to talk to you guys about. So I don't know if today is a good day to talk about that, or if you want to put it off to a future meeting.
We'll take it offline because we have 9 minutes left in the meeting, and if you can, we can just have an offline meeting regarding that, and then we can bring that up in the next XCOM.
Okay, and Damon's here today. Right now, he was able to join, so he can share you his IEEE number, so that I don't have to try to remember to
Okay,
email it
yeah, you
later.
can just put it in the chat, Damon. Thank you so much.
Understood.
All right, good. Okay, so we'll take that offline, Bryant, and then we can discuss it in the next XCOM. Is that okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, great. So with that, and we can get into Ohio University. Drew, will you be able to give us a short report? And same thing, if you can give us a couple page report of your hackathon event, I guess
Yes,
early this
absolutely.
month, right? Yep.
Yes. Is there like a template that you would like me to follow with that? Any information you'd like in particular with that?
No, you can just couple pages of PowerPoint, just like the what happened to the event, participants, outcome of the event, and lesson learned or anything that would you like to do better for the next time. That would be good.
Excellent. We actually I think the school newspaper here actually requested some like for comment on how the event went, so I got to use a lot of those pictures and answer those questions for that. So yes, I'll get the
And
email to you as soon as possible, and then I can probably present that at next XCOM. How does that sound?
that's good. Sounds good. And like I said, you can also contact Ian and see if you can, get yourself in the Collaboratech. That would be good for us to see some of the pictures and the events. We can include into the report to Region 2 because they like for us for the section to really have good relationship with the student section.
I have a question as well. So my name is Colin Russell. I'm the former president. Drew is my successor. So I was president for 2 years at our chapter at OU, and now I'm in Etta Kappa Nu, and my position is an outreach chair. So I plan on reaching out, for the Etta Kappa Nu side a lot more. But also, my question is, do we need to document anything for my presidency? Because I know we have some communication, but I don't know how much documentation we had back during my term.
For Ohio University?
Yep. So from February 2021 until December 2021, do we need to provide anything certifying that we were active and I was president? I know we reached out to John Caserva a lot, my AAA and things like that.
Colin, I can actually answer that question for you. If you're meaning like the annual reports sort of thing, I actually been able to fill that out and turn that in with mainly the events that I was familiar with when I was in the office. I was looking through the teams file that we had. I couldn't see a lot of documentation on specific dates or events for the events that we ran that the fall semester when I wasn't an officer back then. So, certainly from your specifically your presidency would probably be that would probably be the last fall semester, sorry, the 2022 fall semester is what I imported a lot of the events based on. So there is some documentation of your presidency in terms of that. But when I looked on the IEEE in V tools, you are not listed under the chair position.
See, what happened is if you do not report, if you have an election and you do not report, especially this is the important thing about also your advisor. Your advisor should be active on advising you guys what to do whenever you have an election, because in the section level, we cannot really monitor everything that is happening in the student section unless you join the meeting or let us know what's going on. And that is the role of your section advisor, of your student advisor, that to advise you guys, hey, you have an election, reported in vTools. If it's not been reported, then it's not been logged in. The same thing with your event. That's why it's quite important that you report all of your event. And unfortunately, you can only report, prior year. So it's been 2 years ago. So it's probably not going to happen, to back reporting that backdating the reporting. I'm not really aware that you can do, 2 years prior, but that's why it's really quite important that you report those. If you have any changes, if you guys don't know how to do it, please reach out to your section advisor. Chad Morning is there. Cheng Lu is one of the professor at OU. He is actually the section West area chair for Region 2. So if you have any question, reach out to Chang, and he should be able to help you guys. Does that answer your
Wonderful.
question?
That does,
Collins?
but then on the Etta Kappa News side, we're just reaching out Is there anyone I should be reporting to directly from the Region 2? Because I plan on being in Columbus a lot more in the
Okay,
fall.
so you guys have your election. Is that a established section now for OU?
It is. It's reenacted as of, when was it, Drew?
At a Kappa New, I believe that was towards the end of fall semester. I couldn't give you an exact date on that, but that they have like up and like and pushed that election through, I believe.
Yeah, I believe mid-November or so. And then
Okay.
there's another election held last night.
Okay, so if you send me your officers, I can go in and update those.
Wonderful. Because
Okay.
I know we have documented things over the past couple of years. I think I was listed as the president of the whole organization for a while over COVID because we kept trying to reach out to IEEE. I know Jim Watson we used to talk to. Now he's retired, and then John Costerba, he's helped us a lot. But over the past couple of years, we've just been trying to figure out a lot of the pieces that fell apart during COVID.
Okay, that would be
But
great.
yeah, but thank you for your time tonight. Appreciate it.
All right. Okay. With that, we got a couple minutes. Dr. Berger, anything with the graduate students?
Graduate students are holding an event on Thursday with Lutron. Hoping to maybe pop by for momentarily. But with just a minute or so left, I do want to interject that at the conclusion of the Intel event that Saul Blackhead organized for us, I did speak. I bumped into the IEEE Ohio State undergraduate president, and we had a discussion after everyone pretty much left, and I was basically kind of at one point said, "Is the club in a happy place?" And his answer was no. So I've been a little bit reticent to poke the bear. I've talked about it before, but I think maybe we need to poke the bear.
Yes, I think so. So we need to probably not in May, but I think the students are out pretty much in June, right? So
The students will be out in less than 2 weeks.
in less than 2
Monday
weeks.
is their last day of classes.
Yeah, because I think finals start next week.
Okay.
Exactly.
So Dr. Berger, that might be something we need to really focus in the fall. At the beginning of the school year, we need to do quite a
Personally,
bit
I
of
don't
effort.
think you should wait until then because that sets the tone for the whole school year. Needs to be resolved over the summer, and actually, this president's advice and words will have no meaning once he steps away from office and steps down. Probably need to do something very, very soon.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll get in touch with you and maybe do something sometime in June. My May is fully booked in so it is June, and then we can sit down hopefully and then discuss what to do with this. We want to make sure they have a an active section in the past. Okay, Kavita, you have your hands up.
Yeah, Helen, I have another meeting I need to go to now. So can
All right.
I
Well,
get off
thank you
the
so
meeting?
much. Yes.
Yeah, thanks all. Bye.
Okay, so let's see. We have Richard. Do you have any comments?
You mean me?
Yeah, I mean, you attended. Richard is one of our new member, and he's actually I've worked with Richard for 14 years now. He's my product manager that manages most of the product that I design over the years. So I provided technical support for him in at Mettler. So this is great that he joined IEEE, and we actually need to think to start putting him in some role within the section here.
That's what I was thinking, but I can't think of anything for mechanical engineers off the back of my head.
Yeah, well, he can always help Ben on pace. What do you think, Ben?
We fully understand our mechanical engineers here are not top of the list, but
Yeah, Ben, how are you?
I'm fine. That will be fine. You can help us out too.
Yes, we always welcome volunteer. And actually, I need to get back with Joe. I just got an email from him earlier and see what is the status of our funding request for the legislative day. And for those of you who sign up for that, make sure you attend on Friday, and that should be a good event. Well, we have about 3 minutes over, and sorry, I apologize for being over. Is there any new business that anybody wants to bring up?
Yes. I wanted to add that Dr. Sivasakaya from Ohio University is interested in setting up more activities for semiconductors and electronics through IEEE for our student chapter, Ohio University.
That is good. Yeah, definitely.
Is more than welcome to volunteer more with IEEE in the Columbus section, and then set up activities and opportunities for us with our student chapter, especially with the whole Intel setup and with anything semiconductor related, he'd be very excited to do.
Okay, great. Yeah, I know him and Dr. Berger has some projects going on. So in
Thank you.
all
Helen,
right,
this is Howard.
Howard, good
Yeah,
afternoon.
just a quick question. I contacted AEP and they said they set up a new system for doing the AEP Foundation grant. And I asked, well, I need access to it. She said that she's got her technical person trying to get that out to us. I don't know that we're going to have it by Thursday, which bothers me because they've changed the process again, or they've changed what the requirements. I don't know. She just said it's new this year.
Okay, we have till what, June 15?
Yeah, we still have that, but I wanted to let you know, I'll call you if I get something for Thursday. Otherwise, there's no reason to really meet until I actually have the form that we have to fill out to see if everything matches.
Okay.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
just send me an email if you're
Oh,
if it's ready. If it's not ready, then we can meet when I get back.
okay. All right. That's
All
fine.
right.
I just
Okay.
wanted to mention that I got them with them today. I talked to them, talked to the gal, and she said she said you'll get a notice with a particular link on it from her technical person, and so I'm waiting for that. But that came this afternoon. I don't know how fast that technical person's going to get it out because she said she's first time doing it, I guess. So I don't know. Okay, that's all.
Okay. All right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Okay, with that, any other new business? Okay, well, again, thank you for joining. I know we ran 6 minutes from the meeting, but I do appreciate we have a very, very good attendance today, and it's good to hear from everybody. And hopefully we can start meeting a little more in person, in the coming months. So with that, I would like someone make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll make a motion
I'll
to
make
adjourn.
I second.
Okay, so who made the motion?
Bryant Burrow.
Bryant, and
Bryant
then
motion, Burger second.
and Paul second. Okay, with that, well, meeting is adjourned, and thank you everyone, and have a good night.
Good luck on Friday.
Thanks,
I
everybody.
won't be able to
Thank you.
join
Good
you.
night.
Yes, yeah, we do have a good participant, so I think
Okay.
we can get. I don't know if Austin's still.
Austin's still here.
Okay, Austin. Don't. I will send Holly an email and copy you.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Take care.
All right.
And then,
Yeah,
also,
thank you.
and then,
It's
and
Ben.
then, yeah, who's the gentleman you suggested, would give me a hand
Oh,
part-time or full-time?
Richard
his-
Slowinski.
Richard,
sorry?
Richard,
Uh, Richard, and what's the last name?
Slywinski I'll put it in the chat.
Okay.
Sliwinski.
Sliwi
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. So Richard,
Richard.
you're working with Helen, right?
Richard is working with Helen.
Yeah, I think
And
he
also
already
works for
dropped
me.
off. Yes.
He dropped off a long time ago.
Yeah. So Richard has joined my team in 2009.
Well, I mean, as I mentioned, I'm very active as of now, and definitely he can give us some help.
Yeah, so I just want them, not necessarily in pays, of course. There's other a volunteer position he can help with, but I
Of
would
course.
like for him to be a little more active in the
Sure.
section. And
Sure.
actually his son is in OSU as well. So
Oh, okay.
so
Okay.
I'm trying to get his son to get to be a member and be active. He's in
Earth Sciences.
earth sciences,
Okay.
but his interest is in volcano and anything geo related.
Okay. That's great. That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah. So,
Okay.
but I've worked with him since 2009. So we
Okay.
he's a really nice guy. I'm very close to him and his family. We do a lot of events in.
Good.
I travel with him quite a bit.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we're
And then,
actually getting ready to travel to China, May 1st to 11.
oh, I see.
Oh,
Helen,
is that what the May trip is?
Helen, if you don't mind, could you please, send me his email address as well as his telephone number, if
Okay,
you if
I
you
will
have.
do that. I will
Okay.
do that. Yes, yeah, yeah. We make fun about it because he's, mechanical, but it's like, hey, you're engineering. You
IEEE is supposed to be open to all engineers. I mean, I was software, so I mean, I don't really have all that much
No,
room
we
to
have
bloat,
computer
but
science, Ian. So
I
that's a
know we have
typical
computer
person. Yeah,
sciences, so I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
there's big thing, but it's the industry of electrical electronics engineers. That's the.
Sounds good, Helen. I
All
appreciate
right.
it.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
Yep, bye. I'm editing for all.